Hey guys, E10Sun here from SunBros, and today I'm hanging out with my boys Johnny Boy, aka Putang, and Greg Lee Gaming, and we are going to talk on the next series of Top 5, which is Top 5 Best Abilities, and then we're going to be following that up with Top 5 Worst Abilities in the game. Alright, Top 5 Best Abilities in the game. We're going to throw it off with, or start it off, or however we're going to say that, with the #1 honorable mention, which is going to be Cyclops' second abilities, which I don't know what the ability's called. I just call it Balls. So what makes Balls so good is it's a two-part ability. It gives you, first of all, Planet's Attack, aka balls to your mouth. It gives an F ton of damage, like a surprising ton of damage. If you do it in a team fight situation and the balls shoot to multiple enemies, it gives you a ton of cooldown reduction because it's based on how many heroes it hits. And then it gives you a pretty decent movement speed buff. So to me, it's one of the better abilities to both, chase someone down, escape, and then also cause quite a bit of damage along the way. And one of my favorite things when I'm running away with Cyclops, and I play a good amount of Cyclops, if I'm like running away from somebody or trying to get away, Cyclops' balls have a pretty good range, his first and his second ability. So like, I'm near death, I'm trying to get away from you, and as I'm getting away, I'm tossing abilities backwards. And they hit so hard, like, there's a legit chance after I hit him with, the second ability that I could actually turn and kill this mofo. Like, it does enough damage to where if I hit him with one of those in my effort to get away, there's a chance I could turn it and finish him off. What do you think, Greg?
I mean, it's got the potential. How many balls to get? 5? I think it's around that?
Something like that, 5 or 6.
Yeah, so it's actually only decays in damage if he hits the same target. So you have got the potential if you hit 5 people. In the very rare instance you're in the middle of 5 people, you can do like 1,000 damage level.
That's level 1. I mean, it's possible. You're talking about, any kind of one of those trying to steal the other team's blue situation or whatever in the river.
Yeah. Even if you hit the same target, I know it decays, but you're still looking at like 400 damage. Like,
right, and
I think it's also good for kiting too.
It's good for
exactly. Yeah.
And they just made the decay less severe, so it now does more damage to individuals also.
Because everyone's been on about Vexana now hitting like a truck with the first ability. I mean the second ability that does like 600 damage base, but you're forgetting that that's just it. It's just like an AoE that slowly comes up and hits. Whereas, Cyclops does just under that and has a movement speed, auto lock-in attack.
And it's guaranteed to hit. You can hit multiple targets. I mean, it's just a solid ability. Plus, anytime an ability gives you the ability to say in a stream or in a game when you're playing it, suck on them balls, I feel like it's solid. That factors in a little bit. It's a fun ability to have for those purposes also. So, Cyclops' second ability, Planet's Attack, aka balls to the face. Awesome. Our first honorable mention on the top 5 best abilities in the game. Next up, coming in at the second honorable mention, as always, is Franco's Hook. Franco's Hook is the disdain of most players. I think if people are going to accuse another person of cheating or the game of malfunctioning, it's likely to be when they're getting hooked by Franco, because mysteriously that hook travels 5 times farther every now and then and goes sideways and bends around things and goes through minions and
goes through fucking minions
all the time. Does it not?
It's the worst thing in the world. You say, I'm fine behind this minion. Hooked.
And I love it on live stream because I watch our live stream and I'm like, yep, I was just literally when I saw it go through the body of the minion, suck me back through it. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, so but hey, that's part of the ability. It's a little bit glitched, and if you get hooked, you're pretty much dead at almost any point in the game. Especially if Franco's level 4 and he can ult you, you're dead.
Yeah.
So Johnny, what do you think about the hook?
I think it's really good, especially if you utilize the flicker hook. Someone knows how to do that. Brings them even further back to the team. I think that's really good.
The flicker hook is pretty nasty. Greg, what do you got to say about it?
I mean, it starts off the game okay. I mean, like, you're not really that scared of it. It does surprisingly quite a lot of damage. I mean, that's, 450 at the start of the game. So, it's not very useful for pulling people under towers and that part of the game, but it'll hit you for quite a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
gets
It's just-
infinite range and pulls you from the middle of your base all the way back to theirs.
So there's like, there's ups and downs on it. Like, I feel like against most mid-range level players to maybe even like the lower high elo players, you can bait them to like throw it out and dodge it and stuff like that. But a really good Franco's gonna hold on to that baby, and then when you least expect it, you got a hook in your mouth and you're dead. Like before you even know what the hell happened. Especially if he's in a bush. Nothing like is there any, and that I think that's the one reason to really put this ability on there. Does anything in this entire game get you more steamed and more just balls to the wall mad than getting hooked from a bush by Franco? Dude, I have come so close to chucking that phone across the room a couple times when that happens to me. So for that reason alone, it's on the list. But Franco's first ability as hook is the second honorable mention. Now, the number 5 on our top 5 best abilities in the game is Freya's second ability, which is Godspeed Strike. Essentially, it gives you 3 immediate 2.5 attack speed attacks. When you have Freya, whether you're building her full tank, off tank, or full damage, that is insane. And the stun that follows on the third hit does its own damage, extra damage, on top of the auto attack damage, basic attack damage, and it causes a huge fan-shaped stun, which is always significantly larger than it seems, and opposed to what some random commenters in your stream say, it doesn't bounce off people. That's not something it does. But it's disgusting. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, with lifesteal, which everyone should be building on Freya all the time, that ability has saved my life. 3 huge hits, and then you can gain a 30 or high health back in the blink of an eye. And it's just like, even while you're like fighting, you just keep gaining health. And it's nasty. Freya's second ability is just stupid good.
The stun's really good at the end of the third hit. Its cooldown is pretty low. But yeah, it's just a solid ability.
If we take a look at damage again, like all the abilities, I mean, she starts with a base damage of 109, with 3 attacks in 1.5 seconds, because that's how it works out with a 2.5 second attack speed. She's doing what, 327? And then at the end, with the extra hit, 180. So that's like nearly over 500 damage. Not including armor, but that's like more statistics to get into. But if you're just looking at the base damage, that's how much it does in general. That hits pretty hard at level 1.
2.5 attacks a second is an attack every 0.4 seconds. So 3 attacks happens in 1.2 seconds, which is actually insane. That's so
well, there you go.
fast.
It's even better. Even better than I said.
It's even better. I mean, but that's insane. And no matter how you split, like we're actually we're actually trying to figure out what part of her ability is better. Is it the 3 attacks at 1.2 seconds, or is it the giant stun afterwards? Like, that's how good the ability is. It has 2 insane factors to it that is really good. And I think it might be the only stun in the game that really comes with some kind of massive attack boost like that.
Yeah, I think a good nerf to Freya would be getting rid of the bonus damage to it. Like, it doesn't need it.
It doesn't.
That's just like icing. That's just like a cherry on the cake. Putting the whipped cream on top.
Can't forget the stun's also AoE.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's way bigger than it seems. It's way bigger than it seems. It extends farther, longer than it seems. And I swear, and I could be wrong, but I swear, so that you get a attack range buff with Freya, with the ult going on. I know it's not in the description for all you people, but go test it out in a custom game. It is a real thing. So when you have her ult going and you do Godspeed Strike, you're actually doing it from even further away. And I mean, I swear that the stun increases in range a little bit. I don't know if it's just because I'm standing farther back, but it just seems like, I don't know. I feel unstoppable with that stun and her ult going. I feel like I'm unkillable, so it's just ridiculous. All right, so coming up next on our top 5 best abilities in the game is one of the most annoying abilities in the game, something that, like Franco's hook, makes you all want to throw your phone against the wall, and that is Nana's second ability, aka the Polymorph. Greg, tell us why the Polymorph is the best CC in the game.
Because it stops everything. Like, even before Tig's ult was nerfed to the point you can stop it, you can still polymorph him, and then all of a sudden you can't follow up on anything. Like, it will stop every attack in the game. Like, even like stuns can stop stuff, but it can't completely pull you out of an ult or something. The polymorph will. It'll cancel anything. I just don't know if it cancels Alice's ult anymore, but it probably does. I won't be
It
surprised.
probably does. I think it does. I think it cancels all abilities when somebody's
Yeah, it's
polymorph.
pretty damn stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about this. It's annoying as hell. She can cast it what feels like all the time. It has actually really long cooldown on it, but it gets casted fairly frequently, and it's just
Only
annoying.
14 seconds.
Well, yeah, no, after 40%
That's
cooldown
still
reduction,
You give a 40% CDR.
and give it leveled up. Get it leveled up. Probably you're
Yeah,
talking about
exactly.
5-6 seconds, maybe 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just a really solid crowd control ability, one of the best in the game. And I would make a recommendation to Mobile Legends 2 is stop making it like, I don't know, the Dragon Cat's not like stupid. Make it something dumb. Polymorph somebody into something dumb. Like in other games when you polymorph somebody, it's a sheep
Yeah,
or
like
something
Luna?
stupid, like
Yeah.
a pig or
A cupcake.
just something horrible like a skunk or a donkey or something like hella funny. You're like,
Literal
know.
piece of shit.
yes, just a turd. A
Yeah,
giant,
yes.
like the turd with the eyeballs, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be hella fun. Okay, so coming up at number 4 is Nana's Polymorph. So the top 3 are really like, it's really a 1A, 1B, 1C. Like, don't get mad if one of the top 3 is not number 1. These 3 are just indistinguishably the 3 best abilities in the game, without a doubt. I think that all the other, our last 4 that we mentioned are great, phenomenal abilities, but these 3 stand apart to us as the 3 best abilities by a mile in the game. And coming up at number 3 in our list is going to be Cho Shunpo. Cho Shunpo gives you a short-range dash, makes you immune while he's dashing, and good Chos can pretty much use it to get out of anything and everything. It's pretty freakish.
And reduces armor. After you dash within 2 seconds, your attacks ignore like stacking armor.
Which is a lot. Hey, so Johnny Boy is really a Cho main, I think, at this point. Johnny, do you get cooldown, any kind of cooldown reduction on Cho?
No, I don't really need it, because as soon as you finish your 3-part Jeet Kundo, probably butcher that, you automatically get another one once you finish the cast, the third cast on Jeet Kundo. So what I usually do is I would charge up the 2-part of Jeet Kundo and then use the dash to close the gap on my enemy, and then finish the 3rd part of Jeet Kundo and then use Shunpo again, since it refreshes the cooldown on the Shunpo. So you don't really need cooldown reduction on Cho.
Not even
12
Dominance
seconds
Ice?
anyway.
It's short, but I'm like,
Yeah.
freaking Dominance Ice is a pretty nice item too. I like the freaking Shunpo more often. I mean, just even for the damage immunity aspect of it, if I could freaking just Shunpo all over the map, that'd be dope.
That'd be amazing.
I wonder if there's a way to factor in any kind of cooldown reduction into a good Cho take build.
I've actually never built cooldown.
I mean, you're
on
talking about
Cho.
reducing the cooldown on his Jeet Kundo too, which would also
Yeah.
make Shunpo. You could essentially Shunpo like non-stop.
You'd be getting cooldown just for his ult. Let's face it.
His ult would be, yeah, I mean, but not all of them. I mean, think about it.
You don't need it, but it's always nice.
I don't know why I went off on that, but we actually did also consider putting Jeet Kundo on here as one of the top 5 abilities in the game, because it is, I mean, it's a freaking AoE
It's slow and a
knockup.
knockup.
And it does actually, it is the ability that actually causes Shunpo to be refreshed. It's not Shunpo that does that, so that is a part of Jeet Kundo. But at the end of the day, any ability that gives you both a dash
But they
and
do makes you immune.
you're invincible to everything.
The immunity,
Yeah,
and it's
everything.
not just invincibility. It's an untouchable.
Yeah, even
Nothing
turret
works
towers, you
against
can-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
turret,
be hooked.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can be polymorph.
You
That
can't.
being, I want to see that. I want to see someone try and polymorph a dashing.
I'll have
That'd
to
be
figure it
really
out.
hard.
Jam.
But it's just phenomenal, and it's really what makes Cho. Think about it. You take away Cho's ability to be immune with his Shunpo. Let's just say it was a
that would be-
dash that didn't give him immunity. Cho just falls off the map. He's no longer viable in the game, I think.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
agree.
it'd be strong
I agree
because
too.
you try and dash behind someone, and all of a sudden you just get pulled, or you get
Yeah.
CC'd.
Yes.
Or
You need that immunity to get to their backline. You got to deal with all the CC, and if you don't have the immunity, you're
I think that's what makes Cho so deadly, though. Is like he soaks up so many of the other team's abilities. They're just trying desperately to stop him from raping the
Well,
team.
that's the thing. It's not. It wastes the ability as well. It's not like the ability just doesn't cast. Like, you still cast the ability, he just dodges it.
It's just nutty, but okay. Cho's phenomenal. Coming in at number 2 on the top 5 abilities in the game is still Moskov's second ability, his knockback, which is what I think it's called Spear of Death. Yeah, Spear of Death. So, number 1, it does a pretty decent amount of damage. It knocks you back. If you knock somebody into a target and like another hero, it does more damage and stuns them. If you knock him into a wall, it stuns them for 2 seconds or any kind of obstacle. I mean, it is the best. I think it's the best ability any ADC in the game has, period.
Yeah, it's just a really long stun.
It's a really long stun. And I do think that Moskov has gotten secretly buffed since he got nerfed officially, because when he first got nerfed, he was just atrocious, and all of a sudden his damage seems to have increased. I think that he's gotten some secret buffs. That's just me. It's not like conspiracy theories. This game secretly nerfs and buffs heroes every day.
I never knew this about that ability, but you can't go invisible for a short time after being hit.
You can't.
Moskov's second ability, I mean, I don't really need to say a lot about that. It does a lot of damage. It can potentially stun 5 people. It can stun for a very long time. It's just stupid. And coming in at number 1 as the best ability in all of Mobile Legends, no ults included, is Natalia's second ability, Smoke Bomb. And what can we say? This is a 3-part ability. In all 3 parts, do their job at an elite level, okay? Number 1, it slows down enemy movement speed by 65%, which is near the top of slows. Number 2, the hero's attack speed will increase by 30, and that gets up to 80%, I think, once it's maxed out.
It's a pretty good attack speed buff.
And number 3,
the bullshit part.
the hero dodges all basic attacks. I mean, it is just unreal. If you guys haven't experienced getting Smoke Bomb raped, then, you know, have fun with that in the game. But I just can't fathom an ability. It doesn't just do all 3 things. Like, I think it's probably the only ability in the game that does 3 of the most important things in the game, like this. But it does them all very well. Like, you're immune to all basic attacks. You're immune to, or you slow by 65%, which is a lot, and it lasts a while. I mean, it lasts like 5 seconds, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not got a long cooldown either. It's only 13 good seconds for something that lasts for like a few seconds. So it's only really got like a 10-second cooldown if you take off the time it's on the floor.
It's phenomenal. I think hands down it's the best ability in the game. What do you think, Johnny?
I think it's a great ability. It's like an ADC's worst nightmare. Everyone's experience, if you're playing an ADC and Natalia just destroying you with that silence, the smoke bomb with her ult, it's really good. It's too good.
It's legit. I just played her like an hour ago and just wrecked some fools with it, so I'm pretty pumped up about it. Alright guys, that is our top 5 best abilities in the game. This one went a little bit longer, but abilities are multifaceted monsters. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and let us know in the comment section what you guys think is the top 5 abilities, or should be runners up or whatever. Notable mentions, honorable mentions, and we'll have a discussion about it. You're probably wrong, but that's fine. You can comment anyways. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, share the channel with your friends. We're always appreciative of all the support that we get from our viewers and helping us grow and get to be a bigger channel with more resources and stuff like that. It's helped us increase our live stream amounts and all that kind of stuff. So we just appreciate you guys being so supportive, and I hope you guys have a good day. And as always, until next time.